Hello everybody. I wanted to do another update. It's officially been 2 whole weeks since I've picked my skin. And so I want to talk about some feelings, some frustrations, um, those sorts of things that come along with it. I have to say I've been technically not picking anything. It hasn't been 100% perfect, right? There have been times when I would linger a little bit longer on a spot that I was feeling. There have been times where I've intentionally scratched an area where I knew that there was a bump, I knew that there was something to pick. Just like instance where, things just get, my focus leaves me for a second and I just drop back down into that feeling. And then there was once, I think you can see it right there, I have a really big zit on my chin. And so it was just kind of there and I was touching it a lot, and I just made a compromise with myself. I'm just gonna pop this really quickly and then just get it over with so that hopefully it can heal. I don't know how I feel about that decision. It definitely felt like a little bit of a weakness, but also, it was just like a compromise. I just talked to myself and said, if I keep picking at this thing, instead of just keep feeling it, maybe I just get it over with. And my therapist and I were talking about this. This is going to be kind of a journey for me to reevaluate and change how I have my relationship with my skin. And the outcome of this is not that I never touch my skin again, or I never scratch an itch, or I never, see a big pimple and just choose to not touch it. I think that it was probably too early for me to do something like this because it puts me in danger of getting back into the behavior, but it's not that this will never happen again. I mean, I feel like most people, if they do have a big zit on their face, they're not just going to leave a big, bulging white head for everyone to see. They're going to just sort of quickly pop it on their face, get it over with. I have to say the hardest part right now is that in this 12 years of me doing this, I have always picked everything. So there's not been a time where I've been there is a zit on my skin that I'm just gonna leave. And up on my arms here, in this area, my arms look great right from afar, but to me I can see there's a bunch of white heads underneath the skin, and when I put on sunscreen that sort of clogs the pores and it makes it worse. And so I'm just having to leave those there. I did make this compromise with this pimple on my face, but everything else on my body I'm just trying to completely leave alone. It's not like people can see it from afar, I can see it, that's it. That's been so difficult because I've never done that before, just been no, I'm not gonna pick this thing that's obviously an actual zit on my skin or an actual blackhead or whatever. I've always just let myself do it. So that's super difficult. Also, my scalp picking, that has been really, really hard to get over because I have colored hair, I do not wash my hair as much as most people. I let it go as long as possible before it just gets really greasy, because that's how you preserve that color. And so I do end up with an itchy scalp, 3 or 4 days into not washing my hair. I will have maybe a little bit of dandruff here and there. Also, my scalp is still healing. There are lots of places where I picked where there might be scabs or scars or whatever. And so, just itching that, feeling obviously very quick. My fingers, I wish you could understand how attuned my fingers are to feeling something that is not perfectly smooth. You just could not believe. I have trained my hands and my fingertips to feel, even my fingernails, I feel to feel those spots, because that's what my whole picking has been about, right? That finding that thing and getting it out of there. So even if it's a split second, I can feel that thing there. And so it's been really difficult for me not to go back and just make another like itching pass right at that thing. So the line is a little bit blurred there, but as far as like, you know, really scanning, really like squeezing anything, really taking time to dig at anything on my thighs or my arms or my butt or my back, you know, I haven't done that. So it's been super difficult. I mean, the cravings are there, and I feel like the quarter's coming to an end. I'm about 2.5 weeks away from ending summer quarter, and it's gone super fast. We normally have 10 weeks. We have 8 weeks in this quarter, and so finals are coming up quickly. So, you know, of course, there's that stress. I applied a couple full-time jobs. I'm also trying to plan a trip to Ohio for vacation, and also plan a trip to a road trip to San Francisco with Alex, and sort of not knowing where those things fall because I might be interviewing for jobs. So it's, you know, it's stressful. It's normal crunch time stress. So I'm finding at night when I sit down, I'm not picking, but I am starting to feel more, like feel my skin more, and that is a really bad behavior for me because it, you know, leads right back into that. So I have been using that Tangle toy quite a bit, that thing that just sort of keep your hands busy, and I really need to be dedicated to that because the more I just sit and feel, the more I am more tempted to pick. But that said, I have another counseling appointment. I'm trying to make one a week to check back in with her. You know, it feels really good. It feels really, really good to stop this behavior, although I'm in the thick of really getting over, I feel like, that last hump of touching my skin, scratching at it, you know, like I said, not really doing the digging or popping, but definitely that sort of like, oh, I'm just gonna graze this spot that I know. That behavior is one that I need to really stop, and so it's sort of a dangerous spot to be in. Yeah, other than that, feeling good. Those are my frustrations. I haven't been using many other tools than that. I have to say, I talked to a lot of people, you know about this now, and they've been congratulating me and sort of checking in with me. My best friend visited over the weekend, and she asked me how I was doing, and that felt really great, you know, to hear her ask about that. And then, you know, my mom congratulated me and said she's really proud of me, and my partner's really proud of me. So to have this support, it just feels really good, and it's really important to track that progress and to have other people in your life congratulate you and support you. Super important. So yeah, I think that's all I have to report back on right now. So, you know, 2 weeks, feeling pretty good, feeling frustrated, feeling cravey, but all those things are really normal. So just getting over this like big hump here is important. Yeah, thanks.